Cause that was a hit. Ain't nobody just did that for nothing. They saying he was shot 3 times, Vlad. He was shot over 20 times. They wanted my son gone.
Think about it, it's me. This is Duck we talking about. One of my ops see me, I go who around, they got squeeze. Cause they want to kill me so bad, you see what I'm saying?
She asked me how do I get, I told her ass Duck.
When that boy was alive, he never mentioned his name. Talk about he want to get high. He about to get high like Duck. Dirk.
3:58 p.m. August the 4th, 2020. 26 minutes before 4 O-block shooters would jump out with surgical masks and take FBG Duck's life, 2 black men walk into the Montclair store on Oak Street. One subject wore a Yankees cap and the other a red t-shirt. And since they didn't seem all too affluent, the security guard started recording them in the fear that these guys were here to steal some Montclair clothing. Little did he know that the man in the Yankees cap was 33-year-old Ralph Turpin, or better yet, THFTZ. And on this recording that's now with the police, he is seen on a phone call telling somebody that he had just spotted Duck on Oak Street.
So I'ma gon' tell y'all, his name is Ralph Turpin, also known as TZ, THFTZ. I know him as Tall. He was the one saw my baby downtown, watched him from across the street, and lied and told them when they had a 100K bounty on my son's head.
That one phone call would set everything into motion, and 6 O-block gang members are seen racing down the stairway in Parkway Gardens. The 6 men were Muwop, Murda, Kenny Mac, Los, Thang, and 19-year-old Zell Munna. The 6 men would jump into 2 separate cars, a 2016 Black Fusion where Los is the driver, and a 2013 Chrysler 300 driven by Kenny Mac. And as the members from O-block ready their guns and put on their COVID masks, as Lil Durk confessed on Still Trapping.
Bro slide with a COVID mask. Last op he overgas. Smoke. He got back door.
FBG Duck is still standing in line outside the Dolce & Gabbana store, following social distancing protocol and patiently waiting his turn to buy his son a birthday gift.
And that's how he ended up in front of Dolce and got out, and he was following the rules of the social distance. He was standing outside.
And at 4:25 p.m., 2 cars would come to a halt on Oak Street. Zell Munna, Muwop, Thang, and Murda all jump out, approach FBG Duck, and unload 38 shots, 21 of which struck FBG Duck's chest, neck, back, and thighs as he tragically fell to the ground. Witnesses also heard one of the shooters screaming, "Yep," as Duck hit the ground, and after 15 seconds of mayhem on Oak Street, all 4 men jumped back into their cars and returned to Parkway Gardens, leaving Duck to succumb to his injuries.
Erica and Brad, a man and woman, were seriously injured in this shooting, but their friend, a rising Chicago rapper, did not survive.
I heard like a machine gun going off.
Howard Gordon happened to be standing outside his convenience store. That's when those shots echoed. His store surveillance captured the horrific sounds.
I knew for sure this was gunshots.
4 individuals exited those vehicles, 2 from each vehicle, and began firing.
Close to 50 shots fired before the shooters jumped back into their cars, leaving this bloody scene behind.
It would take federal investigators more than a year before they would come raining down with a Rico indictment, charging 5 O-block members for the murder of FBG Duck. But while the investigation was still ongoing, residents of Oak Street labeled FBG Duck as a gang member who deserved to have his life taken away from him, and labeling him as a gangster who brought a street fight between the have-nots to the turf of the haves. A statement I found absolutely appalling. Nevertheless, in the incident that took FBG Duck's life, there were 6 O-block members, but the indictment by the FBI named 5 suspects. That's because Zell Munna deleted himself a month before the feds arrested Duck's killers. Some O-Block members think Zell Munna snitched and some think it may have been Trey 5, but whoever it was confessed to see Murda's blood brother Shoroid Liggins being shot dead by FBG Duck's gang, Marcus Smart aka Muwop participating in numerous murders, King Von placing a bounty on FBG Duck's head, and numerous other details the cops weren't familiar with. So, in this video, I'll take you through a decade-long feud between O-Block's Black disciples and Tookaville's gangster disciples that ended up taking FBG Duck's life amongst many others and would have the FBI indicting O-Block's grimiest shooters in this decade-long war for King's Drive. It's hard to pinpoint the very incident that sparked this gang war between STL and O-Block, but I've come across various people alluding to a teenager who attended Hyde Park getting beaten on a school bus.
Especially Von. He know he got his beat. Tuga. He got his beat on the bus. Your ass used to hang with us on Tuga. He flipped because your ass was scared.
Story goes, King Von would hang out with FBG Duck in high school. This is back when he claimed Killer Ward, a gangster disciples faction which had good relations with FBG Duck's STL GDs.
Why was Von hanging out with Duck?
Von is from Killer Ward. That's where he came from. So Killer Ward was linked with St. Lawrence. You know, they was going to school, Hyde Park with them, and then they was GDs just like St. Lawrence was, Duck them and all them. So they was hanging out. And by Von being with them, you know, when they leave school, they hang on St. Lawrence, cause Von with them. The whole time they not knowing that Von, they know the Killer Ward know Von staying O-Block, but Duck and them didn't. They ain't know that Von was going to O-Block after that.
Right now I'm in the area called Killer Ward. This is where I grew up at. I went to grammar school on 6th and Walcott, like kindergarten or 8th grade. This the area, so this played a big part of my life. I grew up here being bad, gang banging around here.
But once FBG Butter found out King Von was also friends with Black disciples from Wick City, Duck and his crew felt betrayed and jumped King Von on the bus, an incident that had FBG Butter expelled from Hyde Park.
I got kicked out of Hyde Park for whooping Von. Lil B scratch him out on the bus. Killer Ward and them getting that. No, Wayne get that man on Hottie, beat him. Woo, I get right on the bus. Duck get on Tookaville. We about to beat him out. Get right on the bus. Take shirt off. Bam, bam.
A lot more fistfights would take place as members from STL would put together small entourages, head to Parkway Gardens, and get into brawls with O-Block's younger BDs.
It was just a lot of fights. They was marching over there like Gyro City will march over there, Tookaville and them, they'll march over there, deep, run through O-Block, jump on. They got videos. They'll run over there, run in there, jump on people. And then they'll do the same thing. They'll march over there, jump, Von them will march over there, beat somebody up in the restaurant, and then, you know, run back to O-Block.
But soon enough, the boys would put their fists down and start reaching for guns. Because on January the 12th, 2011, Tuka was standing at a bus stop on 63rd Street. A witness who testified said Tuka was on the block looking to sell weed, and others believe he was waiting on a bus. Nevertheless, a man wearing a black hoodie approaches Tuka and questions him on when the next bus would arrive, and moments later, he pulls out a silver pistol and unloads 4 rounds into Tuka's chest, lower abdomen, and back, then flees the scene.
And my cousin came in there running to me crying, "Man, your friend just got killed." You feel me? Then I ran all the way from 62nd and Wabash all the way to 63rd to St. Lawrence. Saved them right there on the floor. You know how that broke right down. You know.
I ain't this bus stop, man. But Tuka got killed. Bus stop, but Tuka got killed on, man.
STL members would mourn Tuka's loss, and years after his demise, FBG Cash would label Tuka as a prominent shooter for the FBG gang.
Tuka did some I'm saying, now that he gone, ain't like I can implicate him as some, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna incarcerate him and that Tuka did, you know what I'm saying, what he do. Tuka did hits, you know what I'm saying, Tuka was in the streets. Ain't like that, you know what I'm saying, and my with Tuka being a young and Tuka was out here in his life and he wasn't paying attention, so my slid up and my time to go, you know what I'm saying, but when my other slid up and it was time to blow.
And while BDs from Wick City and 600 were smoking on the Tuka peg, on 63rd, a yearning for revenge was building up. and on August the 10th, 2011, O.D. Perry, a Wick City gang member, walks into the Swisher Sweet store at 11:35 p.m. on 64th and King Drive. He exits the store and gets back on his bike. Little did he know that lurking behind him were Tookaville shooters, which were Jakaira K.I. Barnes and Rodney Bostrel Stewart, according to Chicago PD's supplementary report.